Classic Tetris Monthly Mega Masters Blue in 3, 2, 1 Tetris. Okay, starting off with the O-L-T-O, Alto. Sounds like a Star Wars name of some sort. But anyway, we are underway in the blue bracket, and because one of our players is named Violet, I'm sure that I'm going to keep calling it the Violet bracket. I know that this is going to happen. I know myself. Long bar gets over for Violet and for Shadow, and we are underway in game number 1 on the left side. It is Violet, qualified into the tournament, into seed number 36 with a 1.19 million average of her best 3 games played in a 90-minute qualifier from Great Britain. Man, it is great. That Britain got an overall PB of 1.522. This is Violet's first Mega Masters, and she made her first Masters event back in March of 2025, all the way back then. So last month was Violet's first Masters event. Also played in CTUK 2024 and in the Austria event in 2025. On the right side, it is Shadow Knights, qualified into seed number 61, just got in with a 1.05 million average of 3. Overall PB of 1.44 million. And Shadow Knights won a couple of community tournaments, a Tier 1 back in May 2023, and a Tier 3, oh my goodness, back in March 2024. Also played in Silver Bracket CTWC in 2023. And so there they are, Violet and Shadow, encapsulated in just a handful of facts and statistics. Summed up entirely. 237 there for Violet, 276 for Shadow. So, Violet and Shadow will play. The winner will play Andrey in round 2. And don't forget, we do have another broadcast after this one. And that's going to be Eliash, Sam the Speedrunner. And the winner takes on Miles. 328 for Violet, 348 for Shadow. Cox Danny J has a gift subscription courtesy of Tacnerus that has entered month number 4. So thank you, Tacnerus and Danny. And again, thanks to Mr. Spoopy for the 200 bits. Says, first 100 bits says, get a coffee on me, Vandrew, with the 100 bits. Does coffee cost $1? Oh my God, I'd love to live in that world. Ivan with the 100 bits says, make it 2 coffees. And then Mr. Spoopy came back and said, with another 100 bits, said, coffee train. I need to go to the land of $1 coffees. Where is that? 425 for Violet, 403 for Shadow. Tetris says, I love my CTM cup almost as much as I love Zempro. So that's how you know it's a good cup. I don't know what is going on in this chat. Danny says, your Fave 5 is just chicken nuggets, Tetris. That is the ring of truth. 419 for Shadow, 438 for Violet. Is there a place that gives you 5 chicken nuggets? Okay, Shadow with gaps in multiple rows and columns, trying to bring all that down. 442 for Shadow, 465 for Violet. Shadow ahead by, I don't know, between 8 and 4 lines at a time. We're just about to hit level 19, where the speed is going to increase by 50%. So it's almost like if we were going 60 miles an hour on level 18, on 19, we're going 90 miles an hour, and that's pretty fast. 535 for Violet, 477 for Shadow. Oh, Danny wants representation for chicken nuggets. You know, we're always talking about chicken sandwiches. What about the nuggets? Well, I have a question. Without looking it up, who can name the different shapes of McDonald's chicken McNuggets? Who can name those shapes? Anybody know them right off the top of their head? 557 Shadow, 586 for Violet. Okay, Violet with a couple of rows of garbage over the well, trying to get that uncovered. They have names. They have actual names. Much like the Tetris shapes, they have their own canon, their own canonical names. 616 Shadow, 621 for Violet. Chillin' Buddy with the Prime resub. 35 months from Chillin' Buddy. Thank you. Thank you, buddy. Oh, yeah. Someone's going to make a tier list of the McDonald's nugget shapes. That's what we need. 686 for Violet, 703 for Shadow. Big Tetris Shadow, 768, 719 for Violet. All right, great looking stack here for Shadow now. Oh, no, that S piece to the right side, that's gonna slow Shadow down a little bit. Okay, 911 for Shadow, 831 for Violet. 80,000 point lead, but Shadow is ahead in lines. It's really now 6 lines away from level 29, where the speed will increase yet again. We're about to go 180 miles an hour on our little analogy here. A 986 entry for Shadow into level 29. There's a Tetris Violet, 968. 2 more Tetrises available before 29. Shadow's board is in a top out spiral. That's going to be a top out at 994. The target is 995, and that Tetris from Violet is going to take it. So Violet goes up 1 game to none. GG's. All right, Violet really going for it. Mullen here, feeling it. Trying to improve that 1.52 million PB in game 1 or not. Okay, 3, 2, 1, Tetris. Thank you, Kiwi the Ringneck and Mountain Coast for the follow. Appreciate that one. And I guess if we get to 10,000 followers, I guess I'll do some sort of celebration, never-ending stream. If you have any ideas for, plausible ideas, not, things that I would not actually do. Things I could do, like, from my office and computer, not like, oh, go rent a hot tub. I'm not going to do that. But if you have any ideas for things you would like me to do, tell me in the Vandy channel over on Discord. I mean, you can say them here. I'm just not going to see them. Or I'll see them and forget. Tetris Violet in the middle. 73,000, 53,000 for Shadow. Be live and on camera for 2 weeks straight for 10,000 followers. Oh, my God. Anyway, hello over to YouTube, Mr. Burrow, Fluffy Lemur, Arm, Neto, Ovidiu, Jamie L. You're all hanging out. Jamie asks, are the UTC times for the blue and maroon matches wrong? I'll take a look. I don't think so. They're 5 hours ahead of where I am in the US, and I think that is right. I'm in the US, so if you're like, why are they in the middle of the night? Well, because McMonkey says, not even out loud, just on camera, quietly read a book. Well, I would do that. Oh, so a particular book. I don't know what that is. I don't know what is. I don't even want to say. See, now you guys say things that I shouldn't be saying on stream. So now I'm just totally gun shy and I don't want to say things because you'd be like, oh my God, I can't believe you said that. So you've lost my trust. 99,000 for Violet, Tetris for Shadow 180, and one for Violet 122. So Shadow with about a 58,000 point lead. It's a Brandon Sanderson series. Oh, okay. That's fine. It's about as clean as you can get, I'm sure. $190 for Violet, $248 for Shadow. Do a cameo stream where you record messages for people for $5. I don't think they're gonna let me on cameo. I don't think that the notoriety or notability of Classic Tetris Monthly is up there where I can be on cameo. $215 for Violet, $318 for Shadow. Right now, Shadow ahead by about 80,000 points. $311 Violet, $373 for Shadow. I do want to do more Nestris.org and play against viewers or something like that. That sounds fun. But not tonight. I have to go to a thing. I'm not going to tell you what it is because it's weird to tell, a couple hundred people exactly where you're going to be. $379 for Shadow, $338 for Violet. Tetris Violet, $362, $386 for Shadow. So Shadow's been burning for a little bit. This is going to allow Violet to close the gap. You want me to leak the thing I got to go to? Violet is in trouble. Gets a long bar to that left. That is crazy. How possible? All right, so Violet with that survival so far. Continuing, though. Not out of the woods yet. Still got to dig this down. Making progress. 375 for Violet. This is allowing Shqdw to build a lead back up. And Shqdw is into 19 at 464. And Violet's got to worry in one line. It's 19 transition. So see what she's going to do here. All right. Looks like it's starting to come together a bit. That Z piece is brutal. That's going to set her back a ways. Okay, Shqdw back down at the bottom of the board, 499. The scramble here for Violet. This is some kind of survival. Oh my word. 555 for Shqdw, 401 for Violet. And Violet has dug her way out of this. Now just wants that last long bar there to put a cap on it. And there is the Tetris for Violet. What a crazy dig sequence. I thought she was done. I thought she was totally done. I'm going to say it right now, but she is not. And that is utterly crazy. Clip that and ship that to Line Spin Media. 498 for Violet, 599 for Shqdw. So about 100,000 points back. Now, remember, we, level 29 kicks in at 230 lines. The speed is going to double. So we're about, 40 something lines away from that. Violet back, by 80 to 100,000 points. And also Shqdw has got lines in hand. Okay, 666 for Shqdw. There's a Tetris. Violet not, closing this gap, actually. And there's a Tetris for Violet, who's got the real-time lead, ahead by 9 lines. But now Violet has got the lead. Oh, that left long bar for Shqdw is the problem. Now, as a roller, should be able to get something over there with room to spare, and does. But still pretty tricky now. And Shqdw in survival mode. And no, Shqdw is going to top out at 677. So the survival sequence is the key. And Violet is going to take that one, like grasping that game from the jaws of death, really. My word. That is crazy. Violet takes game number 2. Holy moly. Mustache Cannon says, when you think it's over. Generational Dig says Pseudo Canard. People are floored. 3-2-1 Tetris. Well, somebody was wrong on the. We got them, guys. They were wrong. Mr. Spoopy says, to be fair, you're wrong on the internet like every day, Andy. Well, isn't pretty much everyone? Do you know anybody that's 100% right on the internet every day? I don't know. I think if you post on the internet, you're probably wrong. Okay, so a prodigious dig and survival for Violet will pay off. She's up 2 games to none. Izo Breen says, bro, you just posted cringe. You're going to lose subscriber. I know. Oh, man. $159 for Shqdw, 83,000 for Violet early in game 3. Vandy speaks in brain rot for 20 minutes. I mean, listen, my brain really, truly is rotten at this point. I am running on very little sleep. That record store day when it stood in line, 5 a.m. And then finally the time comes and you just go into the store and it's just packed. You can barely move around. Oh, I got to get this Cowboy Junkies album. Oh my goodness. And I'm going to, you know, like what did I get? Yeah, I really didn't get much of anything this year. I do not have the funds to be buying expensive vinyl, but Sue gets it, so I stand in line for Sue. So that's up to what she gets is up to her to share. So that's not for me to share. 204 for Violet, 249 for Shqdw. I have no budget for anything other than, you know, like subsistence. That's all I have a budget for. 253 for Violet, 280 for Shqdw. I don't really listen to my vinyl too much. I have a little bit. Sue has a lot more than I do. Okay, 307 for Violet, 352 for Shqdw. All right, it's almost like Violet working on secret grade there in the middle of the stack. That's a different month. 311 for Violet, 402 for Shqdw. Vandy got the new Spike Jones and his City Slickers album. Oh no, Violet. Is this Momentous Dig Part 2? Well, it did not extend, but that is some very slick survival. Still not out of the woods yet, though, for Violet. 326 for Violet, 431 Shqdw. The long bar here would be great for Violet. And there's the long bar. Oh, my word. And then, of course, oh, in the excitement, Violet going to make another misdrop. Oh, no. $362 for Violet, $463 for Shqdw. Violet now into 19, bringing this down a great square. Oh my goodness gracious. Uh-oh, this is going to be hard to survive, and no, Violet's not going to survive that one. I think possibly, you know, right after getting that long bar with that super dirty Tetris, Shqdw going to take this one. After getting that long bar with that super dirty Tetris, maybe kind of took the foot off the accelerator, lost a little bit of focus, and misdropped one immediately in 3, 2, 1. Tetris. Contributions to that prize pool have dried up a little. We haven't had a contribution in a few streams now. If you want to prime the pump a little and break that streak, you can go ahead and contribute. Use the Matcherino command On Twitch or at YouTube, !MATCHERINO. That'll bring up the link where you can contribute to the prize pool. You know, just 1, 2, 5, 10, whatever you got, just to get things moving again. Be great. Fluffy Lemur with the 20 SEKs. I don't know what 20 SEK is, but thank you so much, Fluffy Lemur. Really appreciate that. Oh, is that Swedish krona? All right. Thank you very much. All right. Thank you very much. Appreciate that, Fluffy Lemur. Violet 139 says for Vandy's medical insurance or vinyls. Thank you. 139 Violet, 163 for Shadow. Does YouTube take a percentage of money from memberships like Twitch does with subscribers? Yeah, I think they take some amount. I don't really know how much it is. It's not a massive amount, though. I think Twitch really does take a lot. I don't know, but I don't really know how much. $169 for Violet, $188 for Shadow. YouTube is 30%, while Twitch is 50%. Well, on Twitch they take 30. Since we are a tier 1, whatever it is, they only take 30. Something like that. Maybe it's maybe 40. Partner Plus, yeah, that's what it is. Partner Plus. So, yeah, I think it might be 70-30 or 60-40 or something like that. Yeah, if we get to level 2, that'll never happen. The problem is we get, you know, a lot of our Twitch subs are gifted, which is great, but those don't count toward Partner Plus. All right, a little bit of a misdrop there for Violet, 330, 333 for Shadow. Okay, Tetris Violet, 376. Well, plus your Twitch provides this great platform. I could never create this platform to stream to you all, right? So I don't begrudge them their share. I mean, I'd love to get more, but I'm not in a position to negotiate. $424 for Violet, $351 for Shadow. You could create this platform. It's pretty easy. Yeah, but nobody would go there. I mean, you just, right. I mean, Kick basically like copied the entire thing, and you know, who goes there except for like weirdos and criminals. Oh, wait, we're streaming on Kick? Oh, hi, Kick. How's it going? No, we're not. Oh yeah, and the classic Tetris channel. Yeah, true. $434 for Violet, $425 for Shadow. No, I have no idea. All I know is the interactions we've gotten when the few times we were on Kick, like they I did not feel good about the vibe over there. Mantis Villainy says, is this live? No, this is the pre-recorded broadcast. We did this a couple of weeks ago. Just coming out today. But thanks for asking. Appreciate it. $494 for Shadow. $529, now $552 for Violet. All right, Violet is into 19 at 576. 517 for Shadow. 3 lines to go. Violet motoring along. Another Tetris here on 19,600. Shadow is in at 520. Covered well. No great place for that Z, so that's going to create a gap. Long bar over Tetris Shadow. Okay, triple down the right side for Shadow to bring this stack back down now. Going to go and build 1 row off the bottom. Try to catch up a little here. Violet with another Tetris 654. Shadow with a Tetris 580. Whoop says, dude, if Vandy stuck with YouTube in the beginning but bailed instantly on Kick, how bad was that chat? True. It was bad, but it was also, you know, there's nobody watching over there, you know? Like, we go over to YouTube and people are instantly watching. And Kick, like, I don't need to be in there for the long haul. Really getting on that Kick grind, you know? Like, I don't need to do that. I don't know anybody who watches it. Like, why would you? I guess they have some exclusive streamers or whatever, but I don't know. Just seems shady. But I don't know anything about it, so I really shouldn't say things like that. 831 for Violet. I just didn't have a good experience there, and it's like, why bother? 680 for Shadow. 861 for Violet. Do I really want to say Kick viewers? Yeah, well, you don't want Apple's automated lady to hear me say that, right? They might find a way to do it. Oh, Violet with kind of a misdrop there, and that's going to fester a bit. Now a really odd formation in the middle of the board. So Violet, while the survival was exciting, I'm sure Violet not looking for that situation to escalate at all. There's a skimming at Tetris for Violet, 947. Shadow's board climbing. There's a dirty triple to help bring this down. He's back by about 170,000 points. Violet's board starting to climb again. And that is going to be a top out at 949. So the target for Shadow, 950. 950 is the target. He's got 13 lines until 29, and then, you know, a lot of time on 29, but that is not easy. So we'll see. 950 is the target for Shadow. Doc Pie rooting him on. And, you know, see if Shadow can just sort of single and double this out. Or maybe even go more aggressive. There's a nice triple. That's some points. Okay, trying to work this down. Violet watching, waiting. There's a double for Shadow. Board starting to climb, and no, Shadow not going to be able to do it, and Violet will hang on for a 3-1 victory in this match. GG, Shadow. I was believing there. I was believing. But a good attempt. There will be Violet who will be moving on. GG's in 3-1 Tetris, Classic Tetris Monthly Mega Masters Round 2. It's Andrey versus Violet. On the left side, it is Andrey. Andrey qualified in. I can't talk today. Qualified into seed number 29 with a 1.24 million average of top 3 games played in a 90-minute qualifier. Out of Russia with a 1.71 million PB. That's good for about 50th on the all-time list. See, now I just say about. Good for about 50th on the all-time list. And people were like, actually, he's 51. Actually. Anyway, Andrey is a former Challengers Circuit winner, a two-time Futures Circuit winner. Challengers was in November 2023. The Futures was October 2023. And those were back-to-back months. So Andrey won his way into Challengers from having won Futures and then won that Challengers. So, and then, of course, catapulted himself into the Masters event the next month. Also won it in August 2023. Also played in Mega Masters in 2023 and 2024. Played in CT Russia 2021. Has played a ton of CTL. On the right side, it's Violet. Violet beats Shadow Knight to make her way here into round 2. Seed number 36 with a 1.19 million from the good old GBR, as the official 3-letter thing says. As a PB of 1.52. This is Violet's first Mega Masters. And last month was Violet's first Masters event. Violet played in the CT UK in 2024, also in the Austria event just a few weeks back, and is now here in round 2 of Mega Masters. Okay, 244 for Andrey, 225 for Violet. Isn't Napoleon the 3-in-1 ice cream flavor? No, that's Neapolitan. A Napoleon is like a different dessert with like it's some sort of cake with cream or something like that, isn't it? All right, 318 for Andrey, 275 for Violet. Oh, Violet gonna miss with that T-piece, and while Violet has been thrilling us this broadcast so far with the digs, I'm sure she does not want to continue. You really just want stressless Tetris, you know, on a low board the entire time. That is what you want. 305 for Violet, 370 for Andrey. There's a nice T-tuck for Andrey to get Tetris ready. Board starting to climb for Violet. And there's a long bar down. Tetris Violet, 330. There's one Andrey, 392. And another one for Violet. So right now, players are separated by one line, about 40,000 points or so. Oh, that's right. Okay. A Napoleon is a classic French pastry consisting of flaky puff pastry layers filled with a creamy vanilla pastry cream and topped with a decorative glaze. All right, it's puff pastry, not cake. Tetris, have you ever had puff pastry? 449 for Andrey, 427 for Violet. You've never had a Cocoa Puff cereal. Oh, you're missing out. 519 for Andrey, 455 for Violet. After this bracket, we will have another one. It's going to be the maroon bracket with Eliash Sam the speedrunner, and Miles. 508 for Violet on 20, 546 for Andrey on 19. Well, Andrey with about a 2 Tetris lead. Cocoa Puffs aren't good anymore. Okay, Andrey's board's starting to climb and is a little high centered as well. But trying to bring this down. Okay, Tetris for Violet, 598, and players are basically tied in lines and score right now at about 598. Okay, they each get Tetrises. They're tied again. Napoleon pastry is more typically called millefeuille in these parts. It is really tasty. All right. We are learning all about desserts. $685 for Violet, 713 for Andrey. Tetris Violet, Tetris Andrey, they are neck and neck. Same line count and about 1,500 points separating them. Tetris Violet, 811. And that Z to the left is going to slow Violet down a little bit. Sorry, I just had like a little coughing fit there. That was weird. Okay, so Violet, the long bar into column 9 to recover from that little slowdown. 922 Violet, 926 Andrey, still neck and neck. Eyelash to eyelash. All right, Tetris Violet, A36, 997 for Andrey. Andrey's board getting up a little bit high. He's got to bring this down on 29 speed. Has the max out. Skimming away. Long bar gets over. Tetris Andrey, A45. A48 for Violet. Violet's board. All kinds of gaps here, trying to bring it down, trying to uncover those holes. Set up for a dirty, but no, the long bar is not coming. That's going to be a top out for Violet at A60. And Andrey is good in game number 1. Get him counted down. Game number 2, 3, 2, 1, Tetris. This morning at Record Store Day, I was at Waterloo Records on 6th and Lamar online, and they did have, we have a Voodoo Donuts here in Austin, and so they did have Voodoo Donuts there, and we partook and they were delicious. They did not have any of the crazy flavors. It was just standard, you know, glazed donut. What is Voodoo? It's just the name of a donut store that began in Portland, and you know, so of course there's got to be one in Austin now. And they're just known for crazy donut creations with like cereal on top or peanut butter and banana on top. And oh no, Violet, speaking of top, is going to top out at 38,000, and Andrey is good in game number 2. 3-2-1 Tetris. Okay, it's 2:46 right now. It's in Texas. Scheduled at 3 is the maroon bracket. Tetris Violet, Tetris Andrey. We are underway in game number 3. Violet needs to win this one and 2 more to take this match. So Andrey in good position here. Oh no, a little diving board long bar on the left side now for Violet. That's going to slow her down a little bit. All right, getting it taken care of. 117 Violet, 141 Andrey. Violet looks like she's going to build for a dirty, but that S, no good place for that. And, you know, just going to go for it. And gets it. Violet with the dirty Tetris, 142 now, 142 for Andrey. Violet not losing too much in the way of pace with that little post diving board long bar adventure. But now, trying to avoid spiring these S pieces. All right, Violet just going to give in and take that triple. Try to get a good board established again. 158 for Violet, 219 for Andrey. Game really wants her to dirty Tetris, or at least to establish that well, and then withhold the long bar. Long bar over Tetris Andrey, 243. There's another one, 266. And there's a Tetris and a good board now for Violet. Gonna be an early shift of that blue J. But gets another J to fix it and get Tetris ready. 194 for Violet. There's a Tetris, but now Andrey up over 100,000 points at 335. Just skimming a Tetris there for Andrey. There's a Tetris Violet, and another one, and another one. So 3 in quick succession. And Andrey still with just about a 100,000 point lead, but now a little bit of a slowdown here. He's built up for a dirty. He's going to just bring it down. All right. It looks like he will survive this slightly high board situation. Long bar gets over it. Tetris Andrey, 422. All right, there's one, there's two, and where's the third one for Violet? So I guess that's what Violet's going to do, just build up for 3 Tetrises at a time and wait for those bars. But no, the game forcing her really into that. And there is another one for Violet. Tetris Andrey 490. Tetris Andrey 536, 391 for Violet. And another one, Andrey. Andrey just 4 lines away from that 19 transition. There's a dirty for Violet at 414, 12 lines to go. This next Tetris will bring Andrey into 19 at 583. All right, Violet is in at 425. Covered well here. Just one row of garbage here. There's a double to clear it away. And Violet building up aggressively in that column 8 and 9. Had a chance to take a triple to bring this down, but okay, it's going to pay off. She'll get a long bar down on the right side for a Tetris and maybe just thinking, hey, you know, I'm back over 100,000 points. What can I do to try to catch up? And maybe turning on that aggression a little bit. Another flat long bar over on that left side. And this is going to be another bout of digging for Violet. Up medium high on the board. Andrey at 664. Violet fighting for her tournament life. Going to miss that T-spin. And that's going to be it for Violet. Violet will top out at 492. And Andrey is going to move into the round of 32 in a sweep. So GG's Andrey and GG's to you, Violet. You've given us some thrills and chills. And so, you know, you've advanced around in Mega Masters. That's pretty good for your first time, especially having to play a round 1 match. So GG's to you, Violet.
Hey everybody, this is your old pal Vandweller, host of Classic Tetris Monthly, and I'm asking you to do me a favor. If you like this video, hit thumbs up. If you want to see more videos like it, please subscribe and bang that notification bell. And follow us on Twitch at twitch.tv/monthlytetris. Thank you, and have a nice day.